Om Amriteshraya Namaha. A very good morning to one and all gathered here.
We extend a hearty welcome to our esteemed guests, our faculty, and my dear fellow students to the official inauguration of Amrita Design Conclave.
Design is no longer about aesthetics or making things look pretty. It has evolved from simple craftsmanship to a complex global language that solves problems, builds brands, and now even thinks alongside us through artificial intelligence.
From the early days of print to the immersive digital experiences of today, design has always been the bridge between human need and technology possibility.
It is to celebrate this evolution and explore what lies ahead. The Department of Visual Media and Communication is presenting to you the Amrita Design Conclave or ADC.
This conclave is a melting point of ideas where the giant of the industry and the creative minds of tomorrow meet to discuss design thinking, AI, and the future of creative practice.
To begin this journey on an auspicious note, we request our dignitaries to kindly join us on the stage for lighting the lamp and prayer.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunattu Sahaviryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
We are truly honored to have a distinguished panel of guests with us today. To formally welcome this gathering, I invite Dr. U. Krishnakumar Sir, Dean and Director of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Kochi campus, to deliver the welcome address.
Om Amrita Vishwa Namaha. My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of our most beloved Amma, Sadguru Sri Mata Amritandami Devi. My humble prostrations at the holy feet of our Pujaniya Swamiji, Swami Purnamritandapiri. My humble pranams to the guests of honor who have come for sharing their rich wisdom here, and they have come from different organizations responding to our invitation to collaborate with this first ever Amrita Design Conclave. We have with us Dr. Saikat Saha, the Technology Director at NASCOM AI. We have with us to facilitate the gathering Shri Tom Thomas, the Chief Operating Officer of the Kerala Startup Mission, And we have with us many learned professionals who are going to share with you their rich wisdom, expertise, and the practical knowledge in the area of design and design communication. So you are going to be enlightened by their sharing of practical wisdom during the next 2 days. Let me take this opportunity to introduce our Pujaniya Swamiji and the guests of honor for the inaugural function. Our Pujaniya Swamiji is also the Madhadhipati of the Ernakulam branch of the Mata Amrita Devi. He is the General Secretary of the Mata Amrita Devi, and he is himself an electronics engineer and an expert musician, a poet, and an ardent exponent of the rich Indian philosophy and the scriptures. And Swamiji has traveled along with Amma in more than 36 countries, in almost all the trips of Amma undertaken on and off. And Swamiji has been instrumental, playing an instrumental role in spreading the love and compassion, which is ultimately the philosophy of all the sojourns of Amma's activity, including education. So Swamiji has been under the tutelage of Amma for the last more than 45 years, right from his early days of his student of engineering and his life as a scientist at the Raman Research Institute in Bangalore. Later, he was ordained into the tutelage and discipleship of Amma. And Swamiji conducts his own programs independently also in many places in India as well as abroad. So with most humble pranams, on behalf of the Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Commerce and Spiritual Studies, and on behalf of all of us, a hearty welcome to our Pujaniya Swamiji. We have with us Dr. Saikat Saha, the Technology Director at the NASCOM, Artificial Intelligence, where he supports the key AI initiatives and drives a technology charter focused on innovation, trust and ecosystem, scaled AI adoption. He is an experienced AI leader with more than 2 decades of experience in data science and AI. And his career spans various roles, including the role as a university faculty member, as a corporate research manager, and most recently, his work has been focused on the AI and that too enabling the AI ecosystem in whatever possible means he can do. Prior to working in NASCOM, Dr. Saikat has worked in Quantum Labs, GE Global Research and Linköping University in Sweden. Dr. Saikat holds a PhD in Applied Statistics from the University of Twente, Netherlands, and engineering degrees from the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and IIE EST, Shipur. I am more elated to learn that he has been an alumni of my alma mater also, Indian Institute of Science. I never asked him. Now I have to ask him which year he didn't, which year I was there. Very elated to know about it. It's always a pleasure to meet any alumni from your alma mater at any place. So with these humble words of introduction, let me take this opportunity to heartily welcome Dr. Saikat Saha to our midst to inaugurate this August beginning of the first ever Amrita Design Conclave. And most profusely, ardently, lovingly welcome Dr. Saikat Saha. Guest of honor who was designated to be from the Kerala Startup Mission are certainly Anu Ambika, the CEO of Kerala Startup Mission, but because of some prior commitments which came up late, it was not possible for her to be here. But Kerala Startup Mission has been very kind enough to depute Shri Tom Thomas, the Chief Operating Officer of Kerala Startup Mission, to be here for this function. Let me try to introduce Shri Tom Thomas. He is a graduate of Indian Institute of Management, Kochi, and he has experience in developing organizational strategies, design policies, and managing multifunctional teams, handling public relations and working with national and international public and private sector organizations. His extensive experience has been in leadership roles such as Director of Policy and Research at ADIF, Project Director of Operations at the Kerala Startup Mission, Chief Operating Officer at the IIH Foundation, and Associate Vice President of Startup Academy at the Startup Village. And he has also held positions as Senior Incubation Manager at the IIH Foundation, and also the Program Manager of Energy Innovation and so on at the Startup Village, Associate Software Engineer at Via Private Limited, and Content Professional for Indian Super League. So all these expertise what he has been contributing towards the Startup Mission Kerala Startup Mission, as all of you know, is taking lead in the state. We are also associated with the Kerala Startup Mission in many facets. And it's a proud privilege for us to have Sri Tom Thomas along with us. And on behalf of the university and all of us, a ardent welcome to Sri Tom Thomas. And for the last few days, Dr. Dinesh Babu, our head of the Department of Visual Media and Communication, along with his faculty and all his enthusiastic students, especially in the BDS batches, have been working so hard to make this happen, especially being the first conclave convened by the department on behalf of the BDS students. And we have arranged a galaxy of experts who are going to be with us in the areas of design thinking in the new creative economy. We are going to have Shri Anil Reddy, Shri Hiran Venugopalan, Shri Devika Panikar, and Srimati Kavya Babiraj going to share their wisdom across to us. They'll all be introduced in those sessions in detail. And in the panel discussion on the AI creativity and the future of design practice, we are going to have with us Shri Vijay Raj, Shri Ben Thomas, Shri Uday Kumar, and Shri Govind Janardhanan. And then we are going to have a question and answer session with Shri Edwin Netto from the Google Bangalore. We are going to have discussions on the operating system level AI for preventive healthcare, in which Shri Govind Janardhanan will be taking part. And the laser engraving workshop is going to be led by the Kerala Startup Mission. It's a great initiative and a kind gesture from the side of the Kerala Startup Mission. Let me take this opportunity to thank the CEO and all the officials connected with giving the permission for this initiative. And for the AI for communication design, we are going to have Shri Sunil Prabhakar, AI and digital practice consultant. He has visited this campus many a times, even previously. His daughter is also studying here, and he has contributed heavily towards our development of the course itself and the design, all the course segments of the design course. He is advising us on whenever he comes here. He conducts discussions with us, and then he's helping us so much in the course. And AI in media communication, from the concept to the campaign, we are going to have from the Web and Crafts Kochi, Shri Vijay Raj, and we are going to have the guest address sessions from the UX designer at Siemens Bangalore, Shri Uday Kumar, and a rich galaxy of faculty expertise are going to be taking part in this, the first ever Amrita Design Conclave. And let me pray ardently to Amma to make this a grand success so that it motivates our further batches in the visual media and the design courses, and also our courses in the computer science domain, especially computer science domain. And in this context, I just want to mention one more thing. This year we are going to have the course in the normal BBA course has been realigned with BBA with artificial intelligence. And the normal mathematics course has been realigned as BSc mathematics with AI. So everything is now getting connected to AI. And AI is capturing the whole world. So in one way, we are a little worried also. So people from the AI segment, we are all worried because AI is catching up and we have to catch up with AI. So I'm using AI extensively for my communication and other things. Even I am constrained to do it. So everyone is swinging along with AI for making it for the good things happening in the society. There may be some bad things also happening because of AI, but we can ignore that and we can think about what best we can contribute. So let this be the first, the Amrita Design Conclave. Let it contribute richly towards what beneficial things what we can deliver to the society by means of the artificial intelligence, and a conglomeration of, a combination of the design concepts, innovation and AI. With this, I also extend all the felicitations and a hearty welcome to all my dear students and the faculty and everyone associated with organizing this AI conclave. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir, for that insightful welcome address. We are further blessed to have Sampuja Swami Purnamridanantapuri, General Secretary of Amritanandamai Math, with us today. Swamiji, we humbly request you to grace us with your blessing address.
Snehalokasumukhenavatanam Karunardranat Nayanam Rimyam Sridajanapalena Vigram Somyam Amritanandamayim Pranamamim. Om Amadeshwariya Namaha. My humble pranams to all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Pranams to all my dear sisters and brothers. Sisters first. And Amma says our life is a search and research. We are trying to reach the state of perfection. And the vehicle to reach the supreme state of perfection is our imagination. Imagination should become reality. First, we should know how to design our life. To design our life, we should have good imagination. A few years back, during Amma's US visit, Amma was invited to the Stanford University, and one scientist invited Amma to visit his lab, and we are inside the lab, and he presented a special type of robot to Amma to help, useful for the medical field. And after demonstrating the robot, he said he got inspiration from Amma's talks, and Amma only gave the idea to design this robot to help patients in the hospitals. So like that, pure imagination can bring a great change in the society. Our imagination is enough to transform the society. For that, some imagination can be dangerous, some imagination will be useful. So we are the creator of our destiny. Amma says we can change our destiny if you know how to change the qualities of your thoughts and imagination. So here, Amrita Design Conclave, you will be discussing about many subjects which will be helpful for the society, how your imagination can bring miracles in life, in the life of the people, transform the society. I am praying for Amma to give you that kind of clarity so that your life also becomes successful by imagination, search, and research. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Moving forward, the bridge between academia and industry is vital for innovation. Today, we are joined by leaders who are shaping the startup and AI landscape in India.
So, we invite our guest of honor, Tom Thomas, Chief Operating Officer of Kerala Startup Mission, for felicitation.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank dear Swamiji and Dean for inviting me here. I'm here on behalf of Anupampika, our CEO, who is a great proponent of design, and he has been very instrumental in getting the AR/VR design policy of the state approved last year. He had in fact cancelled a program in Indian School of Business, Hyderabad, so that he can be here. But one of the downsides of working with the government is that sometimes your schedule is not your schedule. I mean, it's not dictated by you. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here, but thank you for inviting me. So I asked Anu what should I talk about, and he suggested that there are certain myths about startups that I should break, especially among engineers and designers. I don't want to talk too much about design because I'm not a designer. I come from the engineering side, and we have a good pool of designers here who will speak more about how do you really use design and create good products and services. We primarily work with startups, and if you look at Startup Mission's journey, all of our initial efforts were in engineering colleges. And we set up these small incubators in different institutions. Do all of you know what an incubator is? So incubator is where people with ideas come together, and some of those ideas will bounce off each other, and some of them will merge and become a larger idea that can become a bigger company. And this becomes a space where people can interact and build. Amrita TBI is one such incubator, doing phenomenal work over the last decade. I think Amrita TBI was one of the first incubators in the entire country to be recognized as an Atal Innovation Center. One of the first 17 back, I think, 2016. So in incubator, we do something very similar to what we do in college, which is we help startups learn the basics and go from point A to point B. But there is a very fundamental difference. As students or in a college, the focus is actually on passing, right? On graduating. And how do you best do it? How do you best finish your studies and get out? When you compare that to an incubator, the focus is on failing fast. We call our program Fail Fast or Succeed. I mean, the idea is that there are certain points where you can fail, and you should fail as soon as possible, or you should find the problem as soon as possible. എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് തോറ്റു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പരാജയപ്പെട്ടു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ you can think of something new, or you can change your idea. But if you spend years after a project that will fail, then it's loss of time and effort that has been lost. So there's a difference in how we approach. And while in colleges, the pass ratio would be 90%, close to 100%. Incubators world over has a success ratio of 3 to 5%, which means 100 companies come in, only 3 to 5 companies succeed. So that is the number of big stories that an incubator has compared to a college. So I was speaking to Uday earlier, and he says that I also believe that the problem is that startups mostly think of problems as a engineering problem. You find a technology that can solve a problem, but that is not how things really work. There is a design layer in how we as people use those products, and this is that design that really differentiates a good product and a bad product. And this importance of design has been neglected for a long time, and I think that accounts to why we did not have a lot of success stories from engineering colleges, but we've seen people come back from NID, design schools, and start companies, and those really flourishing. As designers, it was not easy previously to build companies. You can think about good solutions that people will really want to use, or really solves a problem. But to build a product, you need either a software engineer or a hardware engineer to really put a product together. So it was very difficult. So that is where AI becomes not just a threat, it also becomes an opportunity for designers to really build products yourself. And that is where the technology is going, where each of you can use generative AI tools to build small products and then test it out. The only limit for designers in this AI age is, like Swamiji mentioned, imagination. If you can imagine, it is possible to build now. And if you can imagine things for good, imagine things that can solve problems, it is going to really help. And I believe design conferences like this is a good space to really think about how design can really impact people's lives. And really happy to be here in this first edition of Amrita Design Conclave. And I really believe that this conference will grow, and Kochi has been trying to become a design city, and I believe that Amrita can play a big role in helping Kochi achieve that. And from academicians side, we are always happy to collaborate with the art school, helping connect with startups where you can solve some of their problems and you can also gain some experiences. And I congratulate all the organizers for putting this together and wishing all of you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we heartily welcome Dr. Saikat Saha, Technology Director at NASSCOM AI, to facilitate the gathering.
Very good morning, everyone. First, I would like to thank the organizers here, particularly Professor Dinesh Babus and Professor Lakshmi ma'am for inviting me here and hosting me very generously. Of course, with the blessings of Amma, Pujaniya Swamijis and Professor Sivakaman, Director. I would like to take this opportunity that it's a privilege for me to be a part of this design conclave. I'm pretty excited and looking forward to that interactions that would be having during the course of the day. I look forward to that. Since I am representing NASSCOMs, I hope many of you are familiar, but for those of you who are not familiar with the NASSCOMs, I'll take a few minutes to just give a brief introductions about NASSCOM first. I hope that is fine. Can you go to the second slides? For those of you who don't know about NASSCOMs, NASSCOMs represents the voice of India's hoping like almost 300 billion these tech industries. Can you go to the next? There are multiple areas of enablement that we are working on, and in the charters, the main principal areas NASSCOM map. One thing, the first point is growing new opportunity for the business. The second point is building this tech capability for the ecosystems, and the last point that is very important also, like creating some sort of tailwind for the innovation systems. I'm just going very fast with like small introductions about that. Sorry about that. And what is NASSCOM AI? I belong to NASSCOM AI, which is a very specialized vertical within the umbrella of NASSCOMs, which deals everything with related to an AI in the ecosystem. Next one. So we are a purpose-driven organizations. We work with many stakeholders towards the common goal of positioning India as a trustable technology hub. And we are driven by many initiatives, like some of which are like among them like responsible AI hub, which to bring trust layers to the AI adoptions, and like that GenAI Foundry, which is dealing with that AI accelerator from the NASSCOM ecosystems. So if you want to know more about that, please visit our websites in the NASSCOMs and NASSCOMs AI. Now I'll come to the part that I would like to talk and discuss about. It is like how should be the next phase of AI trajectory or India's AI journey would be on that. Going to the next. Can you play the video? I have put a clip here. It's not working? Not working. That's fine. That's fine. So it is an. Maybe I can share that clip later when people can watch that. It is a fascinating story about a doctor is very agitated that AI systems is taking. He is like about to lose his job because AI is there. AI is doing. So it shows like how AI is useful to the patients in terms of like let's say, if the patients have a language barrier, they don't speak the language the doctors are talking, how that can be overcome, how AI is actually diagnosing the disease in a faster and very precise manner. And also not only that, it is prescribing the course of actions that the patient should take. While AI may be useful at a time, it is actually bringing the frictions with the human. So the man here, the doctor, is actually the existential threat that AI will take away his all sort of experience and job. And does that resonate with many of you here in the audience? But that's a global phenomenon. Like the idea of losing the jobs and displacement, replacements, that's a global phenomenon, nothing to do with particularly with India. But why India should care about the AI? Before going to that, when we look at India, we do see many credible stories about the India, lots of good hype. Like India being one of the fastest growing economy in the world among the larger countries. It has also like a very established IT solutions hub. And the talent, in terms of AI talent penetrations, it is ranking high, the second, according to the NASSCOM, according to the Stanford Index that came last year, India ranks second in terms of AI skill penetrations. And there are so many good vibe stories, but if you look from the AI aspect, all the news headlines nowadays, actually it is portraying more sort of like, the sense of unease. In terms of this news, that in terms of whether the job should be secured or not, there is a palpitations in the market. So when we look more carefully, more closely, so we see there are systematic problems with the Indian IT ecosystems. For example, the traditional IT ecosystems we have, they are actually facing the heat from the new AI development. So to say, like when AI Anthropic, there is a company, it's a 5-year young company. When they declared that, okay, some new software versions which can automate the coding, do the testings, and also like the back integrations, that was creating some sort of unease in the Indian IT ecosystems because they need to reinvent and reimagine the process itself, the Indian IT ecosystem. That's a challenge. Similarly, when we are looking at the other sides of the story, we have a very, very thriving ecosystems of that startups. That includes some of the AI startups. But if you look more closely, many of those startups, they don't have any defensible moat. So, for example, they don't have the IPs or they don't have that, let's say, that sort of data they can defend, and the problem lies with that they can be easily, replicated. So, how we can solve those problems? If it is a threat, perceived threat, how to go forward from that? Of course, it's like an elephant in the room. Everybody is entitled to his or her own opinion on that. How to go forward. But my proposition is that we are at the very lower end of that value curve. From where we have to move, we are actually working with the raw talent. We have huge talents in India. So we have to move in the higher the value curve. We have to go from talent hub to that innovations hubs. But that requires investing in R&D, research, innovations, and other stuffs. One fair criticism is that requires, research requires a lot of investments, and also the outcome is also uncertain. How should we go about that? It is not easy. That's true. It's a fair criticism. But look, that was not always the case. And what is the way other around? So look at the DeepSeek stories. So many of you are here, familiar with the DeepSeek stories. When the China came out with the DeepSeek, at a fractions of cost, what the Western parts are developing the frontier AI/ML. So that changed the narrative. Earlier, the narrative was that building foundations models was the it's a chosen club. Clubs of the few Westerners. But the narrative got changed that, okay, it is not like chosen clubs with few million, not the billion, and good researchers, you can build it. So where those good researchers would come from? If we think about India, we have to invest in them, the budding researchers. And this is nothing new because if we look at ISRO systems, ISRO have done that already. And one criticism about India is that we build for everyone but for ourselves. There are Indians who are building this, big, like all the big companies, if we look, we see the Indians are there, they are building their products and building credible stories. But back at home, we don't have our own product. And the criticism says the main problem is we don't have that kind of bench which has that kind of capacities. And they are touting this is those who can build those systems are should come from that elite institute. They are export products and in the line of, the brain rent, where actually I don't agree with them. Again, looking at the ISROs, if we look at them, ISRO has built this, like the rocket science, and with the fractions of investment. And they have the talent. How they have got this? And if we look the talents that ISRO has, and you see the top talents, how many of them are from this elite institute? So-called elite institute. Any idea? It may be, it is less than 3%, yet they are building it. And if ISRO can build it, why not it can be replicated to the AI systems? AI is a strategic initiatives. Just like a space science, it is also very important to the ecosystems. So we should be invested in R&D. That is my point. And we should also build that, invest in researchers, the budding researchers. And where, institute like yours can help a lot in terms of bringing out those researchers. And since a lot of students are there today, I would say stay invested in research, whatever your field is. Be at the top of this your progress, that learning curve. And also create meaningful contributions, so like open sources, create repositories, not just for the purpose of it, replicating or duplicating. Define the systems, do something meaningful, and give back to the societies. With that, I would like to end that my talk. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was indeed a very informative felicitation. Now, I invite Dr. U. Krishnakumar, sir, Dean and Director of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham Kochi campus, to present our guest of honor, Dr. Saikat Saha, with a memento. Next, I kindly request our Sampuja Swami Purnamritananda Puri to present Mr. Tom Thomas, CEO of Kerala Startup Mission, our guest of honor, with a memento. Now we have something very special. It's time to release Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham's Photolog 2026 Amrita Kiranam. So I request our guests of honors and our Dean and Director to please release the same.
Yesterday, Dinesh was asking the concept of photolog when it came about a year back. We had the Amrita Kiranam, the newsletter, regularly coming up. So from that time onwards, I suggested people do not have time to read through all the stories about the seminars, conferences, everything which we published, few pages. I thought your department is special media department. Why not take an initiative for publishing only the photographs and a brief write-up of what it is, and the people who are the main stakeholders plus the people who are sharing their wisdom across in this. So instead of a catalog, it became a photolog. So the first edition, which was published about a year back, then it also instructed them, do it as a regular exercise every 6 months. So January to May, June session, one semester. July to December session, another semester, like that. So it caught up well, and we printed about 200, 300 of them. The first edition, it got exhausted in no time, because our own institutions received it with lot of interest, and they were asking, how did you make it possible, and how it could be printed, and we all need to print it. Can your department help us? I told everyone who asked, our department cannot help us, you can help yourself. Because you are having photographs, photographs and editors and all this in your own campuses. Just take an initiative, and our most modern press in the world-class press now we have in the ashram. The ashram headquarters, Amritapuri has a world-class printing press now. So which is doing all the printings of everything connected with our ashram and the university and schools and all. So we entrusted that task to the Amritapuri Press. And Brahmachari Sudhir, who is managing the Amritapuri Press, is well versed in printing technology and printing modalities. He helped us quite a lot. So the design, everything was taken care of by Ranjit, Vinod, and the others. And few students also helped them. So this is second edition of that. Now, we will be releasing it every 6 months. We plan to do it. So all the events which happened in different departments, instead of a catalog, instead of a newsletter, it will be a photolog. That's what we wanted to release it in this first edition of the Amrita Design Conclave. So I thought I should give an introduction to this. The last photolog, all the photographs in the previous photolog were somewhat big. It's a very difficult task to produce this because of one thing. Normally we have 4 cameras operating and the number of photographs will be something like 5,000 to 6,000. You have to selectively choose, and day and night they are doing that work in the lab. And previously I used to help them in choosing, now I have stopped helping them. I gave the discretion to them to select the photographs and arrange it. Otherwise I'll be interfering too much in the designer's work. So the second one, in my opinion, second one is much more beautiful than the first one, which was produced about 8 months back. Congratulations to especially Vinod NK, Ranjit, and all those who have helped them.
To conclude this inaugural session, I invite Dr. S. Dinesh Babu, Head of the Department of Visual Media and Communication, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Namaskar. Respected Swamiji, distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, respected Dean and Director, faculty members, dear students, and all our participants, good morning to everyone. It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on the auspicious occasion of the inauguration of the Amrita Design Conclave, the first edition 2026. Organized by Department of Visual Media and Communication, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Kochi campus. At the outset, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our Swamiji Punandamuri, General Secretary of Mada Amrita for the blessings this gathering and inspiring us with his words. Swamiji guidance continues to illuminate our journey in the education and service. Thank you, Swamiji. I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. U. Krishnakumar sir, Dean and Director of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Kochi campus, for his constant encouragement for delivering the welcome address that set the tone for this meaningful conclave. Thank you, sir. Our special gratitude goes to our guest of honor, Mr. Tom Thomas, CEO of Kerala Startup Mission, and Dr. Saikat Saha, Technology Director at NOSCOM AA, for sharing their insights and encouraging our students and young designers to think innovatively, engage with the evolving creative economy. I also thank all the panelists, speakers, and experts who have taken time to join us and contribute their valuable perspectives to this two-day conclave. Thank you all. My sincere appreciation goes to the faculty members, organizing committee, technical team, and student volunteers whose dedication and teamwork made this event possible. Their efforts behind the scenes have truly brought this conclave to life. Thank you all for your contribution. A special word of thanks to our partners and the collaborators, including Kerala Startup Mission and NASCOM AA, for supporting this initiative and strengthening the bridge between the academia and industry. Finally, I thank all the participants and students whose enthusiasm and creative energy are the true spirit of this conclave. With the gratitude to everyone who contributed to making this inauguration meaningful and successful, I once again thank you all for being part of this Amrita Design Conclave 2026 first edition. Thank you all, and Namaskar.
We request the audience to please stand as we conclude the ceremony with the Shanti Mantra and National Anthem.
ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।